I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I'm
Terence Crawford's quickness, versatility, and mental toughness have all been cited by numerous boxing professionals as reasons why they believe he will defeat Canelo Alvarez. Whether it is disrupting Canelo's rhythm or taking advantage of late-round exhaustion, Crawford is being lauded as the man with all the weapons to dethrone the Mexican superstar. It's obvious that these boxing experts agree that Crawford prevails.
The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that is his weight, and that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody. Probably do.
One of the most reputable voices in the boxing industry, and a former welterweight champion, Shawn Porter, was very outspoken in his support of Crawford. In addition to praising Crawford, Porter explained how the bout would proceed and described him as a master tactician who not only engages in combat, but methodically defeats his opponents round after round. Crawford doesn't simply win, Porter declared with assurance. He dissects you. Porter quickly pointed out that Crawford would benefit greatly from Canelo's characteristic rushing forward and attempting to control the pace. Crawford is a brilliant counterpuncher who drives when someone approaches him. Porter clarified that he emphasized Crawford's versatility as a southpaw. A move that might totally disrupt Canelo's rhythm is Canelo's lifeblood. Porter claimed that Canelo would be in serious peril if he broke that rhythm.
No, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down,
Porter also underlined that if Crawford weathers the early storm, Canelo will come alive in the championship rounds, despite his propensity to slow down in the later rounds. According to Porter's prediction, he depicted a situation in which Crawford's accuracy and patience would make Canelo make mistakes. After that, Porter thinks Crawford will go in for the kill because Crawford knows when to turn it up, and if Canelo slows down, Crawford will smell blood. Porter's tone remained unwavering throughout.
It would be embarrassing for me to even ask for a fight with Terence Crawford, with Pedro Benavidez. Come on, it's embarrassing, It's like me trying to go to fight Usyk. Come on, bro, it's big.
Porter also discussed Crawford's power, which is a contentious issue despite Crawford being a welterweight. According to Porter, his strength will result in a higher weight class. Crawford is more than a featherweight welterweight. Porter emphasized Crawford's pinpoint accuracy, which has left many of Crawford's previous opponents startled and defeated, and stated that his punches are precise, sharp, and hurt Canelo. Porter concluded by complimenting Crawford's mental toughness, saying that although Canelo has experienced war, Crawford is a different breed and has the sharpest intellect in the game.
Real quick, just got done. I woke up 3 a.m. I don't know, someone told me to study Canelo. Study Crawford. Crawford about to beat Canelo Alvarez. I'm letting y'all know right now, he about to beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez. Yes.
Stevenson Shakur, one of boxing's most promising new talents, didn't hold back either. In fact, Stevenson's support of Crawford was audacious. He asserted that Crawford will defeat Canelo not just easily but also with ease. Canelo appears unremarkable thanks to Crawford. According to Stevenson, he built his case on Canelo's prior setbacks against fighters who are faster and more agile than Crawford. Canelo's altercations with Eris Landera and Dimitri Bivol were cited by Stevenson as prime instances. Canelo prefers you to stand in front of him, so he can load up his shots because he dislikes guys who move. According to Stevenson, Canelo would be unable to get into his typical rhythm because of Crawford's footwork. Crawford's movement will frustrate Canelo from the very first round, Stevenson explained with confidence.
That happens. The attorney's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
Last question.
Stevenson went on to commend Crawford's skill at using delicate, feint motions to force opponents to make mistakes. Stevenson grinned and stated, "Crawford will make Canelo lunge in air, and if Canelo misses, Crawford will punish him every time." Another vital Stevenson brought up the issue of control. Canelo enjoys controlling the fight since he's accustomed to doing it, but Crawford won't allow that to occur. Stevenson stated that he thought Crawford's early dominance would totally disrupt Canelo's strategy. Crawford is an expert at managing the tempo. Canelo will not be able to influence the outcome of the fight. Stevenson added,
"Yeah, the size is an issue. Canelo is way bigger. This fight's at 54. He's got 2 weight classes to broach in order to get to 168 to fight Canelo. But as you said..."
Lastly, Stevenson commended Crawford's capacity to bridge the gap. Crawford is skilled at applying pressure at the ideal times, so if Canelo becomes too at ease, Crawford will be there. Stevenson declared that he had unwavering faith in Crawford. Another former champion, and now one of the most vocal boxing analysts, Timothy Bradley, went one step farther. Bradley went beyond simply drawing comparisons between Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, stating that Crawford might improve upon the strategy Mayweather employed to defeat Canelo in 2013. Interview: Mayweather accurately defeated Canelo in defense. Bradley started, but Mayweather was content to simply outpoint Canelo and didn't take any chances. Conversely, Crawford has a reputation for acting aggressively when he perceives an opportunity. Bradley stated that Crawford wants to harm you, not just win rounds. Bradley emphasized that Crawford's killer instinct is what makes him unique. If he feels our weakness, it's over. Bradley went on to commend Crawford's ability to transition between southpaw and orthodox, calling it Canelo's nightmare. Because Canelo is accustomed to fighting in a certain manner, Crawford will switch it up every round, making it impossible for Canelo to stay up. Bradley clarified. Interview: Bradley then brought up Canelo's gas tank, which has been questioned recently because of his dubious stamina in his most recent bouts. Crawford is aware that Canelo fades late. Bradley cautioned that if it goes to the 12th round, Crawford will still be fresh and Canelo won't be able to keep up with his increased performance in the latter rounds. Bradley said plainly Bradley didn't hold back when criticizing Canelo's recent performances, saying that he's been coasting and isn't the same hungry fighter as he once was. Crawford is still fighting as if he has something to prove, and Bradley made it apparent that motivation and hunger would be key factors in the outcome. Finally, to top it all off, Bradley highlighted Crawford's mental toughness. Crawford has the best boxing mind and defeats you before the fight even begins. Canelo can't take that kind of pressure. Bradley claimed that there was little reason to dispute what he said. Bradley believes that Crawford is the better fighter, and these professionals are all rooting for him because they see his speed, adaptability, strength, and mental toughness as the ideal tools to defeat Canelo Alvarez. Whether it's upsetting Canelo's rhythm, taking advantage of his late-round exhaustion, or setting the pace from the beginning, they think Crawford has every advantage. And with so much assurance from boxing insiders, the rumors about this possible fight only get stronger. Interview: Ted Atlas, who is well known for his fervent and astute boxing commentary, made it apparent that he supports Terence Crawford. For Atlas, the crucial element is not only skill but also Crawford's mindset in the ring. Crawford doesn't just fight. He analyzes. According to Atlas, Crawford is a boxing genius who can counteract Canelo Alvarez's advantages. Crawford had a tremendous ring IQ, according to Atlas. But Crawford anticipates your actions rather than merely responding to them. Atlas stated that he thinks Crawford's ability to adjust in the middle of a bout could negate Canelo's lethal counterpunching skill. Canelo is an expert in correcting errors, thrives when opponents get into his routine, but Atlas stressed that Crawford seldom makes mistakes. If Bud notices something isn't working, he changes it up, so you can't really tie him down. Atlas included. Interview. Atlas also concentrated on body shots, which are frequently seen as Canelo's specialty. Canelo uses vicious bodywork to tear guys down, but Crawford will change that perception. According to Atlas, he proposed that Crawford strike Canelo's body first, a tactic that would impede Canelo's strong advances in subsequent rounds. Canelo will have trouble in the championship rounds if Crawford begins to take those body shots too soon. Perhaps most significantly, Atlas Warhorn emphasized Crawford's footwork as a potential game changer. Crawford knows how to stay just out of danger, and he'll make Canelo lunge, and Mississippi Atlas feels this will irritate Canelo and force him to step outside of his comfort zone. When Canelo is in charge, he is dangerous. If you take that power away, you will beat him. Interview. Atlas ended by making the audacious prediction that Bud will defeat Canelo handily if he gets frustrated early. Canelo isn't used to chasing ghosts, and Crawford will be the one he can't catch, he added. With assurance Jiren Boots, the welterweight division's emerging star, Ennis, adopted a more cautious strategy, for both of these men are at the top of their game. The question is who can enforce their will. Crawford versus Canelo is as near to a 50-50 fight as it gets. Ennis uttered Crawford's explosiveness as an equalizer was also acknowledged by Ennis, who acknowledged Canelo's strength and experience at higher weight classes. Canelo has reportedly knocked out most of the bigger, stronger guys he has faced, and pointed out his devastating body shots and ability to finish fights, but claimed that he doesn't need many shots to win a battle.